So I'm willing to make a bet with you that you've seen this character at least once in your life. And if not, you've probably at least read one of these books. And to many of you, it may take you back to a different time. Well, my first experiences with Diary of a Wimpy Kid started back in elementary school. It was reading time, as usual. And I was bored, because like seriously, who enjoys reading? So I see this book on the school cabinet with a stickman on it, with the words, Diary of a Wimpy Kid. I look at it, and I was thinking, oh, another boring children's book. And when I opened the book, I start addictively reading it. And by the time reading time's up, I thought to myself, well, never gonna read that book again. Yeah, let's see how that turned out. What happened? What the fuck? So as you can clearly see, this isn't any ordinary book series that's been shoved in our mouths as children. Actually, the complete opposite. And in this video, I'll be answering the 3 main factors that make the Diary of a Wimpy Kid series so goddamn good. But first, you have to travel back to the book's early beginnings. The first installment of Diary of a Wimpy Kid had been manifested in Jeff Kinney's mind as early as 1998, with installments being posted online in 2004. This became an instant hit, and by 2007, the hard copy, also commonly referred to as the Holy Grail, was released. And well, the rest is history. Now that I give a brief backstory about the series, the first factor that I think made Diary of a Wimpy Kid so good was its uniqueness. For the longest time, children's books were always portrayed about what a child should be, like how they should be living and acting. What I mean by that is they portray a child to be perfect, kind, and obedient. This portrayal is purposely made to warp the child's mind on how they should act without directly forcing the child to act like that, because contrary to what these books portray, most kids aren't obedient beings, and this is accurately portrayed in Diary of a Wimpy Kid when Greg Heffley tricks his friend Rowley by saying, if your hand is bigger than your face, that means you're stupid, and when Rowley puts his hand up to see if his hand is bigger than his face, Greg slaps Rowley's hand into his own face. This is probably one of the most popular examples that I could find, as I can't count the sheer amount of times I've tried these tricks on my fellow classmates. And vice versa with my classmates trying these tricks on me. Diary of a Wimpy Kid's uniqueness makes the brain intrigued and interested to see what the tale is about. But if the story isn't good, then the viewer isn't gonna stay. This brings me on to my second factor, the accuracy. The accuracy in the Diary of a Wimpy Kid is honestly what made it so special. The accuracy just resonated with every single child who ever read this, as each character in the book can be pinpointed to be a classmate. Like Rowley being the innocent teacher's pet, and Greg being the annoying loser. Did I ever tell you how much I hate Greg Heffley? Now, the third factor to why this book series is so legendary is honestly, out of all the 3 factors, the most important factor. This factor is what we call great storytelling. Without great storytelling, the first 2 factors would have been jack shit. Diary of a Wimpy Kid radiates great storytelling. This is shown multiple times throughout the books, like when the author shows Greg the main character's thoughts with every single detail, good or bad. Jeff Kinney also uses great storytelling by bringing up Greg's past to create a relatable, realistic character, as we learn a person's character by past and present behaviors. And when Kinney brings up Greg and his family's past experiences, it helps us truly understand Greg and those around him as a character, almost like as if it's a person we know in our everyday lives. Now, click on this video to figure out if verified YouTube commenters are truly botted accounts.